Have you ever been used instead of truly loved? Giving your all, only to realize you were never valued the way you deserved. But in every heartbreak, there's a lesson. A lesson about self-worth and boundaries. Stay with me as we step into this powerful story.
Kunle, you said she's just helping you, Abby? Yes, you are the one I love. The voice was soft, but it carried clearly through the half-open door. Amara froze. Her hand was still raised, ready to knock. The warm flask of jollof rice she had brought rested carefully in her other hand. She had imagined how his face would light up when he saw her, how he would smile, maybe even pull her into a hug. But now she couldn't move. Kunle laughed, low and careless. Helping? In fact, that girl is my ATM. As long as she feels needed, she will never leave. For a moment, the world around Amara went silent. The air became heavy. Her chest tightened. The flask slipped from her fingers and hit the ground with a loud crash. The lid rolled away as the smell of jollof rice filled the compound. Silence. Then hurried footsteps. The door swung open. Amara?
She stepped back slowly, her eyes wide, glistening with tears that refused to fall. "So, this is who I am to you?" she asked, her voice trembling despite her effort to stay strong. "An ATM?" Kunle ran a hand through his hair. "Listen, it's not like that." "Then what is it like?" she demanded, her voice breaking now. "Tell me." He opened his mouth, but no words came out. That silence was louder than anything he could have said. Amara nodded slowly, as if confirming something deep within her. "I see." And without another word, she turned and walked away. The streets of the city were alive as always. Cars honking, traders calling out, Okada riders weaving through traffic, but Amara heard none of it. Her mind was loud enough. Kunle's words echoed again and again. My ATM. She will never leave. Tears blurred her vision as she walked, but she didn't stop. Because deep down she knew this pain did not begin today. Long ago, Amara had always been needed. At work, in the office, she was known as the dependable one. The one who never complained, the one who always delivered. "Amara, I need you to stay late," her boss would say. "Yes, ma," she would reply, even when her body begged for rest. "Amara, can you handle this client as well? And this one too?" "Yes, ma." She collected 2 bulky files, adding to the heavy workload already on her table. Her colleagues had also learned quickly about Amara. One afternoon, Tunde dropped a thick file on her desk with a casual thud. "Abeg, help me finish this. I get somewhere important to go." Amara looked up, tired. "But I also have my own." "You go handle am. I trust you," he cut in, already stepping away. "You always do." And just like that, the decision was made for her. She sighed softly, "Okay," and opened the file. At home, it was no different. Her younger brother, Chika, came around like a monthly bill that could not be avoided. "Big sis, things are hard," he would say, scratching his head. "I just need small help." "How much?" Amara would ask, already reaching for her bag. "Just 50,000 naira. Just." Her mother, Mama Ngozi, leaned on her for everything. "Amara, the landlord came today." "I'll handle it, Mama." "The church contribution?" "I'll send it." "Your brother?" "I know, Mama." It was as if her life existed for others, and somehow she had accepted it. Then Kunle came. At first, he was different. Gentle, attentive. "Amara, have you eaten?" he would ask over the phone at night. "Yes." "Good. You need to take care of yourself." Those words wrapped around her heart like warmth on a cold evening. For once, she didn't feel like a burden carrier. She felt seen.
She felt loved. But slowly, almost without notice, things began to shift. Ama, I'm a bit tight this week. Okay? Ama, my car needs repair. All right. Ama, I have a business idea. Just support me small. And she did. Every single time. Because saying no felt unfamiliar. Because being needed felt safe. That night, back in her small room, Amara finally allowed herself to break. She sank to the floor, her back against the wall, tears flowing freely now. God, she whispered, her voice cracking under the weight of everything she had held in for so long. Is this all I am? Someone people use? Her phone rang. Chika. She ignored it. It rang again. Her boss. Then Kunle. She stared at the screen for a long moment. Then, slowly, deliberately, she switched it off. The silence that followed was uncomfortable at first. Strange. Almost wrong. But as the hours turned into days, something began to change. The constant pressure eased, the noise faded, and in its place came peace. A week later, Chika stood at her door, knocking aggressively. When she opened it, his face was already tight with frustration. Why have you not been picking your calls? Amara looked at him calmly, something new in her eyes. What do you need, Chika? He paused, slightly thrown off. Money. I don't have. He frowned. Since when? Since now. Amara, don't start this nonsense. Get out. He blinked in disbelief. What? Get out. Her voice was quiet but firm. For the first time, he saw that she meant it. Without another word, he turned and left.
At work, her boss called her in. Amara walked into the office quietly, her steps calm but deliberate. Amara, I've noticed a change in you, her boss said, folding her arms as she studied her. Ma? Amara replied softly, as though she didn't fully understand what she meant. You are refusing extra tasks now. Amara paused for a moment, choosing her words carefully. Not exactly, Ma, she said respectfully, but the workload has been too much. Her boss raised an eyebrow slightly. Amara continued, her voice steady but polite. If the work is shared among everyone in the office, I think it would be better, Ma. It will reduce stress, she added gently, and it will help avoid mistakes. The work will be more accurate that way. Silence. Her boss stared at her, surprised, not just by what she said, but how she said it. Amara stood still, calm, no fear in her eyes this time. The room fell completely silent. That evening, Kunle came. He stood outside her gate, shifting slightly, looking far less confident than the man she once knew. Amara, please, let's talk. She stepped outside but didn't open the gate. What do you want? She asked, her voice calm, almost distant. I made a mistake, he said quickly. Yes, you did. I didn't mean what I said. Amara held his gaze. But you said it. Kunle stepped closer, his voice lowering, desperation creeping in. I need you, Amara. She smiled faintly, a sad, knowing smile. That's the problem, Kunle. He frowned, confused. What do you mean? Amara looked at him steadily, her eyes clear, strong, no longer searching for validation. You need me, she said quietly, but you don't love me. The words settled heavily between them, final, unshaken. Kunle opened his mouth, but nothing came out. For once, he had no words. And Amara didn't wait for any. Months passed. Amara changed, not into someone cold or distant, but into someone whole. She still helped people, but now it was her choice, not an obligation. She learned to rest without guilt, to say no without fear, to value herself beyond what she could give. And every now and then, she would pause and ask herself one simple question. Am I loved or just needed? This time, she knew the difference and she refused to ever settle again. Because in the end, being needed will drain you slowly until there is nothing left. But being loved, being truly loved, will never make you feel empty. If this story touched your heart, don't just scroll away. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. Have you ever been used instead of loved? Tell me your experience in the comments. Let's talk.